Good morning, Reading 100 students. This screencast is going to walk you through how to do the Absolutely True Diary mini project number 2, which is based on themes, and it's going to walk you through some of the steps. You'll probably need to watch this video more than once because there's lots of steps. Okay, so if you were in class on Thursday, if you remember last week, you'll remember that we started some of this work. You guys opened up this worksheet. We went into Gale virtual reference, which is where I'm going to head right now, under e-resources, right? So I'm in Chandler Gilbert's library. We go to reference. There's Gale virtual reference library, and this is where you guys started searching for a theme. And we all practiced with alcoholism. That was the theme that we went into and that we practiced. However, today, to teach you how to do something on Thinglink, I'm actually going to use mentoring as the theme that I'm going to use for Absolutely True Diary of a Part-Time Indian. So I'm going to search Gale Virtual Reference Library for a mentoring article, and it's taking some time here. So the other thing I'm going to show you is that there are some modifications on the upload of the mini project. When you are ready to submit the project, I want you to upload not only the Thinglink URL so I can open it and grade it, but I want you, instead of embedding the works cited in a Thinglink, I want you to create a Word document for the works cited and attach both. And you'll be able to attach multiple documents. So you can see right here that when you're submitting a website URL or a file upload, and you're also submitting a document. And you can open this document. I'll open it right here just so you can see it, hopefully. Where did it go? All right, apparently we can't see it. Okay, I'm going to do that again. There it is. Stop it. Sorry. Here it is right here, and essentially it's just a Word document. I've already dropped the Absolutely True Diary of a Part-Time Indian into the works cited for you, and then you need to add your research article and then the images that you use, okay? And then you delete all the red text, you save it, and you upload that as well. Okay, so my mentoring is still searching. I'm going to search that again. There we go. Okay, so now we've got some mentoring articles. And I'm actually going to use this very first one from the Encyclopedia of Education. So I'm going to open up that mentoring article. I want to remind you that you have citation tools right here, right? So if you're being savvy, you would open up this works cited as well, right? So you could go to this citation tool, you can get the MLA, you can copy and paste this first part. I don't need the URL, just the citation. Whoops. Copy that, right? I'm going to right click and copy it. And then I'm going to drop this directly into the works cited. I'm not going to worry about alphabetical order right now. I'm just going to drop this in now. Whoops, the text is different. I want it all Times New Roman, so I'm going to do that. I want it all 12 point, so I'm going to do that. Okay, so for now, I'm not going to worry about certain things. This should not be, there we go. This should not be all caps either, which is something we're learning, that even though there's a citation here, MLA 7th edition, I'm pretty sure the MLA 7th edition does not say to put the author's name in all caps, but maybe it does. So if anybody has some English 101 or 102 knowledge out there on MLA, let me know. Okay, so I've done that. I'm going to close that for now, because this is where I maybe want to either download the article, print it, or even do highlights and notes. So I'm going to look at this, right, and you know, maybe make some highlights and notes. So I might do something like this. And decide to make a note. I'm going to highlight it. I'm going to make a note. My note might be how does this relate to Junior in part-time Indian? Okay, so I'm just doing this for now because I want to keep this open and I want to transfer it into my Thinglink. Okay, Thinglink, let's start that piece. So here is the homepage for Thinglink. As you can see, you go to thinglink.com and you're there. And you have to create an account. I already have an account, so I'm going to type in my email address and I'm going to type in my password that I did, and I'm going to go to my account. So I can, the next thing you want to do is you want to create. When you're ready to create your Thinglink with your partner, you want to create. So I'm going to create, and the first thing you want to do is you want to take an image or find an image, right, to be your background, because you're going to have one big image in the background and then you're going to have smaller images in between. So I don't want to import public Flickr images. I don't want to import anything from Facebook. I don't have anything I want to upload from my hard drive. I want to go to the web. Okay, and notice you can enter image or video URL here. So this is where we have to use Google. So Google Images is going to be your tool, and pay very close attention to what I do in Google. Again, I'm going to put my theme in here, mentoring, and I'm going to get a bunch of images. But here's the problem. Not all of these images are images that I can use freely and legally. So I want to click this Search Tools button, right? And I want to pay attention to usage rights. I want to change the usage rights. Notice that my first search was not filtered by license. I want to not label for reuse with modification. I want labeled for reuse. I only want images that are legally allowed to be used. So I'm going to go label for reuse, and now Google is now searching with that on, which is what you should do, and now I've got some images, okay? And you know, there's a bunch here. I'm not going to be very picky about what I use. I kind of like this one. This reminds me of the cartoon of Junior and Rowdy at the end. I don't like it. It's out of focus. I take that back. I'm going to use this one. Okay, perfect. I'm going to right-click it, copy the image, okay, and I'm going to put it in my cut and paste here to upload that image. Why didn't I get it? Whoops, copy image URL. Sorry, didn't mean to copy the image. I meant to copy the image URL. So now I'm going to put that there, and I'm going to tag it, and then now I'm going to have my Thinglink interactive image. My title is True Diary Mini Project Mentoring. Okay, and now I can start adding my tags. So I'm going to save this image right away. Add tag. Would you like to add one? Sure, I'll add a tag. So I'm going to start now being able to cut and paste or link more images and addresses to this bar. So this is my, I guess, usage bar for the Thinglink project, okay? So we're not going to worry about any of these grayed out things where it says upgrade to enable. You guys are doing a really simple Thinglink project here. So I think I am going to start because the project guidelines say that I need to include a minimum of 3 quotes from the novel, 3 quotes from the research, and 3 related visuals. So I'm going to start with the visuals. I'm going to go back, oh wait, before I do that, I have to add this image to the image URL to my works cited. So now that I've copied the image URL, which is why I want you to have the works cited open, I can hit return and I can hit that, and it's my first image URL. We're not going to worry about formatting the images right now in terms of MLA. I want these two to be MLA, but I do want you to have a list of the images you use. So I did that. Now I am going to go back and add this image because it does remind me of Junior and Rowdy. So I'm going to copy that image URL again. I'm going to go back to Thinglink. I'm going to add this link, okay, and simply say this image is an example of the informal mentoring that Junior and Rowdy undergo throughout the novel. It also reminds me of the end cartoon on page, and I have to look up that page real quick, so hold on for a second. I know it's at the very end of the novel. It's on page, of course there's no page number, 218. Okay, so now I've added text, and I've added that tag, and now I save it. And now that tag is there. Okay, the same thing if I want to add another tag, and I'm going to add a tag right here. The reason why I want the research open, so now you know how to tag an image, and now you know how to do the right kind of searching in Google. I want to do the same thing in my reference article. I want to use part of this, and I'm going to use a direct quote. So I'm going to use, and this isn't, you know, this isn't necessarily, here, perfect. A mentor teacher is defined as simply a veteran teacher assigned to a new teacher. A veteran means that the teacher is not in his first year teaching, however, the number of years, da, 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 da. Okay, so I'm going to use this quote, right? So I'm going to copy it, just that piece of the quote, and then I'm going to go back to Thinglink, and I'm going to cut and paste that quote here. But remember, first I need to put quotation marks around it, right? Then I need to cite the author of this quote. So I'm going to go back to that site and say Hughes, okay, because that's the author of this. So back to Thinglink to make sure that I've got the author's name in the citation. And then I need an explanation of that quote and a related quote from True Diary. So there's two ways to do this. You could put the quote from True Diary directly in the tag and the explanation directly in the tag, or you could leave this one and open a new tag and do it over here. I'm actually going to put the quote directly in it, and this is a quote that I'm actually relating to Mr. P. So I'm going to use a quote on page 30 that starts, some of our teachers make us eat birdseed. And you can see the tag may be coming up. Make us eat birdseed so we'll feel closer to the earth. Be patient as I type. And other teachers hate birds because they are supposedly minions of the devil. It is like being taught by Jekyll and Hyde. Jekyll and Hyde. Okay, end quote. Now, I do have a page number for this because we have page numbers always. So I'm going to put Alexi 30, okay? And with those two quotes, it tells the reader that this is from the research article because it's Hughes, this is from the novel because it's Alexi, and then underneath this would be my explanation, my connection. My connection to the theme of mentoring, da da da, right? And that would go on, and I'm putting that all in one tag. Now this can be all one tag, or like I said, you can break it into 3 tags. It's up to you and your partner to do those things. So that's Thinglink. I'm going to pick up in another video to continue talking about this.